flagging traffic, building forms for concrete pours, putting up traffic signs for traffic control, silk fence to stop erosion. My name is Antoine Blair, and I'm a labor foreman. I love coming to work and hanging out with the fellas, and we do what we do, make things happen. I'm gonna feel good that I had a hand in helping clean up the river.
Engineers do the engineering part of the project, but then the draftspeople are the ones that actually put it in a drawing format. That's what my team does here. We're going to be building tunnels to hold the water when there's a large rain so that it doesn't combine with the sewer and have to flow into the rivers unprocessed. And by the time we're done, the Anacostia, the Potomac, and the Rock Creek will have 96% less combined sewer overflow going into the river, so it's huge.
I guess it was 26 years ago. I got tired of not having enough time to do things I cared about, so I quit my job and started this business. My name is Jim Gracie, and I'm a stream restoration consultant. My company is Brightwater Incorporated. This particular project is a storm drain, stormwater retrofit. We're capturing runoff from the paved surfaces and the rooftops and soaking it into the ground upstream, and that does two things. It takes the pollutants out. It also reduces the flows and slows them down so that we don't have as much flooding down at this end. Probably everybody's heard of the pollution dive for the Chesapeake. What it means long term is going to be more companies doing this. Our company should be busy for as long as we want to be. But I don't know, for me, more important than that, it's a way of life. It's something that we all cherish and value. Just in my lifetime, I've seen terrible losses. But part of what has to be done is the rivers that run through your backyards and your towns are part of what we have to fix. I think it's in everybody's interest. If I could catch a trout in a stream that didn't have trout, then I was part of getting it fixed. It's just the thrill of a lifetime. I'm living my dream.
Our facility is taking manure, which contains natural fertilizers, and converting them into a form that's more useful to the plant and more beneficial to the environment so that those nutrients end up in the plant and not in the water. My name is Lauren Martin. I sell compost. The actual composting work gets done by the microorganisms that are in the material. So we have a windrow turner that turns the material 3 times a week to keep the right balance of oxygen and to allow us to add moisture if the material gets too dry. We had a new machine designed working with a local fabricating company who did all of the engineering and CAD drawings and construction of the equipment.
My name is Darren Rank, and I make compost. I grew up playing in the sandbox, and now I just have a bigger sandbox. I have some friends that have been laid off. I feel very blessed that I don't have to worry about what am I going to do tomorrow.
For the local farms, it really provides a sustainable outlet to move nutrients off the farm. This product ends up going into landscape applications and athletic turf and lawn construction and maintenance. It's just a really exciting thing to see farmers taking these types of steps to improve our water quality.
My name is Jeff Butterman. I'm with Angler Environmental. My job title is Project Manager. It's a low-impact development project, basically to capture stormwater runoff before it hits the storm drains, which feed out to the Chesapeake Bay watershed.
When it rains, a lot of water coming with a lot of velocity. Some of the water is still gonna go out, but not as fast as it goes on the pavement. My name is Alejandro Arroyo. I enjoy what I do, and I know we're helping the environment. It's also giving you a job, and it's also giving you money to support the family, which to me, that's one of the most important things.
My wife and I will be driving around and I'll say, see that stormwater pond? I did that stormwater pond. Look at it, it's still working.
And this project is putting in low-impact development stormwater management facilities. Very busy, which is very good. The facility is actually made up of different layers of material. So it'll go through a mulch layer, it'll filter through planting media, a little bit of sand, and then down into the stone that you see there. Basically to get rid of all the sediment that you'd get washing off of the road, any of the oils or pollutants. The whole facility acts as a big filter. My name is Kimmy Schmidt. I'm a water resources engineer with McCormick Taylor.
My name is Bill McCoy. I work for HDR Engineering. I'm an environmental engineer and a project manager. One of the primary regulations is the Chesapeake Bay nutrient reductions. We've been working on that since 2006, starting here at the Army Base Plant.
Hi, I'm Gregory Smith. I'm a maintenance operator assistant here at Army Base Treatment Plant. As you see today, we're cleaning the algae off the weirs. This is something that we do like once a week to keep our chemical down.
My name's Bruce Husselby. I'm an environmental engineer here at the Hampton Road Sanitation District.
Our goal here is to help reduce nitrogen and phosphorus being discharged from our plant effluent. On the job site, we'll have engineers, inspectors, plan reviewers. On the contractor side, we'll have numerous people pouring concrete, setting forms, electrical subs, mechanical subs.
My name is Antoine Bill. I'm an electrician apprentice. The challenge is just basically bettering myself and getting the experience from the older guys to learn more things so I can be the best electrician. Yes, I have a little girl, so I mean, you got to take care of families.
Our project team has spent 144,000 hours on the Army base. Part of it is additional biological treatment, which will remove biologically both nitrogen and phosphorus.
Well, it means job security for me, I know, which is always a good thing. My name is Dan Hingley. I've got a job, and I'm cleaning up the bay.
We are putting in a green roof for the city of Rockville. It is just sedum plants, which are succulents, plants that can often monitor and store their own moisture, very hardy.
I kind of had that eureka moment when I was down in DC and I was standing on top of a roof and I looked around and it was just like an expanse of opportunity.
When you get a big storm event, for instance, this kind of roof isn't going to be sort of burdening the sewer system and the water treatment facilities as much as that building over there that doesn't have one. What we're creating are the virtues that wetlands offer.
You know, I left a pretty nice job to basically take a risk and try to make a go at doing good and having fun, and we've been pretty successful. This is one tool where you get multiple benefits. One of my biggest things that I really love is like habitat creation. You get a lot of pollinators up here. When the roofs really start to fill in, you can actually see the whole thing working together. For our particular industry, I can personally say that we would not have a business today if there wasn't stormwater management laws, because then developers would just be dumping stuff in their watershed. I know that as we get more jobs, then we're able to hire more people, put people back to work. It's a good feeling. Everybody wins.